Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the effect of maximum and minimum prices on demand and supply. So let's draw a situation. Let's say this is a situation of sugar market. So this is our graph. So here we have the quantity and here we have the per unit price. The demand for sugar is like this and the supply is upward sloping, and therefore the equilibrium price is going to be at the point where they intersect. Let's say this quantity was 5,000 units of sugar and here the price was £2 per unit. Now in this case, if the government decides to impose a maximum price in the market, considering they believe that the consumers find the sugar, which is sort of an essential commodity, is too expensive, and therefore they say that in the market the maximum price of sugar is going to be only £1. What is going to be the effect of this to our existing free market equilibrium? So as you can see, if £1 price is imposed on the market, this will mean that the suppliers will only supply 3,000 units of sugar, because at £1 their willingness and ability to supply more than 3,000 is not there. It's only when £2 is supplied that they are willing and able to supply 5,000 units of sugar. At £1 they're only willing and able to supply 3,000 units. This is because of lower profitability. Some of the suppliers may not be able to cover their cost, and hence it is not feasible for them to supply at this price. And so only those suppliers whose supply is below the £1 line and up to £1 line are going to enter the market. And this means that now the market equilibrium, or the supply available in the market, falls from 5,000 to 3,000. Also notice here that at £1 price, the demand is more than 5,000. It is 7,000. This is because at £2, some people are not able to afford the sugar. They find it too expensive, and when the price falls from £2 to £1, more people are able to afford it, and hence the demand is 7,000 units. And therefore there is a shortage in the market because the demand is 7,000 and the supply is 3,000. So there is a shortage of sugar in the market of 4,000 units. So by imposing a maximum price by the government, they have created a shortage in the market such that 4,000 units of sugar are going to be excess demand, and these people are unable to find sugar, and hence it creates shortages. And there are certain implications that arise from this. So what will happen now is officially the suppliers are unable to supply at more than £1 because that's the law passed by the government. So now what suppliers will do is perhaps result in black market supply. So black market means that it is a market or a mechanism whereby goods exchange hands which are against the law or off the government radar. So in this case, to cover this 4,000 units of shortage, the suppliers will find an opportunity and they will say that perhaps we are willing to supply £2 or even £1.5 to people who are really desperate. And perhaps some of this 4,000 units of shortage will come to these suppliers off the government radar and will perhaps get the sugar who desperately need at higher prices, resulting in a black market. And the black market basically also creates the implication that because this is off the government and the official grid, this will mean that there might be tax evasion, that on this supply of sugar, obviously the suppliers do not want the government to know, and that's why they might not be paying taxes on it. Additionally, it might result in poor supply of sugar, poor quality of supply of sugar, because this is off the government radar and hence away from the regulatory control of the government in terms of ensuring good quality. And also it might give rise to fraudulent suppliers or suppliers who should not have been approved for whatever reasons that they were banned from the market, and this can give rise to fraudulent suppliers as well. So what I'm trying to show here is that by fixing the market of a commodity being too high priced, the government ends up creating more trouble in the economy by imposing a maximum price. And this is what we refer in the world of economics as government failure. So this is sort of a quick 101 overview of what happens if a maximum price is imposed. Obviously, there are more details and more analysis that one can do in terms of deadweight loss, welfare losses, etc. But that's something we can cover in another video. Thanks for listening.